Enable.
One of the world's leading hybrid cloud data services and data management company, NETAPP has empowered global organizations to unleash the full potential of their data for the last 25 years. With the vision of fostering innovation in the startup ecosystem in India, NETAPP has been organizing NETAPP Excellerator, a 4-month cohort that is designed to help startups create and innovate world-class products and solutions that are market-ready.
India has a spirit, and I think it has a talent pool that I think lends itself incredibly well to, technology and entrepreneurship. So, if we can help in any way as a larger company bring customers to these startups to prove or disprove their hypothesis, get the best opportunity they can to formulate their business plans, to bring their products to market, and we hope a high percentage of them that we incubate will get seed money or Series A.
As a part of the cohort, NETAPP provides the participating startups with not just the business and technology mentorship through its expertise in areas of hybrid cloud, but also gives the involved startups access to its own customers and potential investors.
We are looking at the same technologies that the startups are. We're looking at artificial intelligence and deep learning technologies, and we're trying to figure out how we could use those to improve our products. And I think that those are the focus, those technologies are the focus for these startups as well. So I think that there's a really good joint collaboration in learning about these new technologies and how they could benefit both the startups and NETAPP.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to NETAPP Accelerator Demo Day. My name is Sriram Sulya, and I'll be your host for NETAPP Accelerator Demo Day. Ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, NETAPP has been doing some incredible work with startups, and to kickstart this day, I'd like to welcome on stage Mr. Ajaya Motaganahalli.
Well, on behalf of NETAPP, I welcome all of you to this program. It's been a great journey, right? And it's a great journey that involved interacting with over 1,000 startups, learning new things, and most of all, representing this phenomenal brand and platform that's designed to foster innovation in the ecosystem and stands for excellence and innovation. We also created value in terms of valuation. Our startups together collectively have raised in excess of $25 million from the market. We've created, with the help of our sales teams, about 100 go-to-market opportunities collectively for the startups. We've spent over 500 coaching and mentoring hours, and these coaches come from the technical pool of NETAPP as well as international coaches, right? When we partner with great companies like we are right now, we're going to see phenomenal results. The best of the results is 6 of the startups in the last 3 cohorts have become our strategic partners. So what does that mean? It means that we will be going to market with these companies with joint solutions or selling opportunities. Key dates, cohort 4 applications are open. The key date to remember is 10th of February is when the applications close. So if you're interested to be part of the program, 10th of February is the date. So we'll seek out the best of the startups starting that date. The domains that we're interested in form 40% of the 7,200 startups that are here in India. And from a technology perspective, it's 75% of that. So in all possible ways, we think we are in a sweet spot. We had a wonderful journey. We started off with startups locally in Bangalore, biggest ecosystem in India, so we looked at local startups in cohort 1. Cohort 2, we went national. We looked at startups that were all over the country, so some of them moved to Bangalore to be part of the program, and they resided here. Cohort 3, we also have a few international startups. So we kind of grew that way, and we'll continue to do that because we are seeing that best-of-breed startups exist everywhere, and we want to go get them. Secondly, we would seek best-in-class. There is a roadshow that's going to happen across the country, and then we're going to go a little bit east and meet a few more startups, so we're going to go looking for them. And just as I roll out of the stage, I would request we play the journey video of the Startup Accelerator program. There never has been a better time to be a startup than it is now. The ecosystem is bustling with activity. There are thousands of startups, and more importantly, there are incubators and accelerators that are thriving and helping startups go to the next level. Ours is one such that helps startups, giving them the unique perspectives into managing their data better.
The way we look at cohorts is, I believe it's actually bi-directional. It's a partnership in some ways. Yes, we are definitely helping them, we are mentoring them, we are able to get them a product into prototype and marketing faster because NETAPP, after all, is a 25-year-old startup company.
It's really exciting to see NETAPP support the Accelerator program and support these startups in India. And especially seeing the people that are running the program is just world-class talent that runs the Accelerator program in India. So it's something to live up to.
Today, we see a number of startups actually participating, especially in the areas of IoT, really in terms of how you really get data from the edge devices, and then how do you bring that data back to a core space in the data center where you can actually process it, or you take that data to the cloud where you can get pretty much as much compute as you want to be able to do the processing that you need.
Each of the startups, interestingly, has come up to the accelerator program with a specific goals in their mind in terms of technical architecture. Most of the startups feel that NETAPP has the expertise and to handle large amount of data, whether it is in-house or in the cloud or in the hybrid cloud environment. And that is the main value they are looking for.
We were very clear from day one in terms of what problem we want to solve, and we were also clear on how we want to solve it in terms of technology. Why we decided to apply for NETAPP Accelerator is to basically put the other missing pieces around the business in place to make these healthcare startups sustainable in the startup ecosystem in India.
I think NETAPP, being a large successful company, comes with a lot of other processes, whether it is in terms of how you build your sales GTM, or how you do your marketing. And again, this program has brought a nice bouquet of those advice, mentorship, etc. So we've been able to bring a larger team here to get trained, in a sort.
These startups are building the future, making healthcare more accessible and affordable, generating huge savings for the enterprises, creating customer delight, making cybersecurity easy, building data refineries, all by harnessing the power of AI, ML, and leveraging the latest technologies. Their passion to succeed and zeal to solve real customer problems is contagious. The camaraderie is evident, with everyone willing to share knowledge and help each other. It's an outstanding set of teams that we have here at the NETAPP Accelerator.
The MD of NETAPP India and Senior Vice President, Quality and Manageability Group, Deepak Vishwesaraya, moderated a NETAPP Leadership Roundtable titled Creating Possibilities.
So Joel, let me start with you. Over the years, actually, you've seen some transitions that we've gone through. And these transitions in the data center, where and how do you see the next big transition happening?
We have a big user conference, and we started talking about a concept where we've been saying that speed is the new scale, right? And that the smart money is betting on because of the tools and the weapons that we have at our disposal in technology, that moving fast and knowing how to use those weapons has become something that you could bet on, and you can see the result in lots of old companies being food to lots of startups. You could have scale. You could build lots of stores and do lots of capital expenditures. And now all you need is some technology and a credit card.
Can you talk about, in terms of what some of the startups in this world can leverage, and how can they leverage? What can they leverage in terms of the cloud data services that NETAPP has to offer, and any thoughts in terms of how, or examples that you've seen in today's practical world?
Every single market has essentially been reopened. And what I mean by that is that the concept of a digital relationship, the concept of data being what makes you different, is something that hasn't really existed before. And so today, these smaller companies can, with much less capital, build things much faster than their predecessors ever could. And they can focus on, fundamentally disrupting the primary relationship that a company has with its customer, fundamentally changing the unit of value that the traditional companies have described. I think we see more and more innovation happening across the different clouds. So for me at the company, we're just trying to build a set of services that would enable traditional IT organizations to extend to the cloud, but equally a number of startups to leverage, NetApp's core IP that has, like many other successful technology companies with a history, been somewhat limited to the smaller businesses. So now everything that made NetApp great, that the largest companies have used, we now make available on the public clouds for the smaller companies to use.
This was a third cohort and we got over 300 applications. What was heartening to see is that out of these 300 applications, a lot were really mature companies who were very clear with why they want to come to NetApp, and that is to get benefited by the tech mentorship that we provide and also to understand how to scale.
For the third edition of the cohort, 6 startups specializing in diverse technologies ranging from cloud and security to data analytics and AI came together to pitch their products and ideas to a host of attendees, including venture capitalists, NetApp executives, and other prominent industry leaders on the demo day.
We are a customer data platform which is ingesting every single data source that a consumer marketer today has, whether it's digital, social, voice, offline data, point of sale, campaign channels, and we pull that together, and we have delivered the world's first machine learning based identity building platform which actually connects disparate data. So we're bringing in both structured data and unstructured data, and when we go into an enterprise, this is what the enterprise transforms into. Instead of a multi-headed hydra with local optimizations across every tool, we are effectively installing a single system of intelligence or a single marketing brain, which is now able to make sense of all the data that the enterprise has, and right down to a single named user, we are able to build identity and behavior footprint on the user.
We save the largest operational expenditure of hospitals, that is patient engagement, by up to 40% with AI. And we help hospitals convert 6 times more leads to appointments on their digital properties. To do all of this, we built Sarah, a virtual medical assistant. Sarah understands medical problems that the patient conveys in natural language. In general, a patient needs to spend close to 15 to 20 minutes to get this kind of guidance, and hospitals spend close to $15 to $20 on this single interaction, whereas Sarah is able to help under 1 to 2 minutes and costs the hospitals less than $2. Practice.ai is transforming care delivery using artificial intelligence across the globe. We are making healthcare faster, smarter, and more accessible.
At Cloud Optimo, we help companies reduce the cost of public clouds up to 80%. Cloud Optimo platform helps companies basically reduce the cost in 2 specific ways. We let them utilize less expensive resources, and we also make their applications, big data applications particularly, run faster. We are planning to raise about $1 million. We had a big roadmap, and prioritization was an issue. Our business mentor basically helped us sort that out, and we could bounce our ideas literally with our tech mentors to basically create a unique value proposition which none of our competitors in this space actually have. Thank you.
Cybersecurity, I'm sure the entire room resonates. It's a hot boardroom topic. In fact, bedroom too. Now we see every boardroom either starting or ending or somewhere along the way, cyber conversations taking up, right? And then, now, prior it was data loss, financial loss, now the entire business is at stake. That's the situation. Now, with this in context, I bring InstaSafe. We have been doing this for about 5 years now, InstaSafe Secure Access. We went to market about 2 years ago. And with this, what we have built is the zero trust security model. What does zero trust simply mean? Trust but verify. What happened previously, there is a LAN environment. We all trusted each other, right? But now, with cloud, the applications moving out to the cloud, and the remote and mobile workers accessing stuff from anywhere, you move to the trust but verify model. Now our focus is to see how we can expand globally, because this problem is a problem that exists everywhere. Our simplicity has led us to this point. The zero trust software defined perimeter is creating some very defensible moats on IP. So thank you to present.
Our solution, think of it as a data refinery, where you extract crude from the earth, refine it, and then it's fit for use. Similarly, Zscore does something very similar as well. We extract data from the organization's data sources, and we process it using our advanced data profiling. We provide something called data recipes, where users can create their own recipes or rules that may be simple or very complicated to extract bad data. We eventually quarantine it to ensure that organizations don't get to use them again until they're fixed. And most importantly, we do pattern recognition on that to understand why these errors are happening. So that's very important. We are currently looking to raise a seed round of $1 million, out of which 70% we want to feed it back to R&D, and about 30% for sales and business development, and also incorporating in the US as well.
Every year, 17 million people die due to cardiovascular illnesses globally. Life for a heart patient is very difficult, especially in emerging economies, due to lack of screening services and expert opinion. If not dealt properly, an early-stage heart illness can quickly lead to severe heart problems and eventually to loss of life. At CardioTrack, we are leveraging an AI and IoT-based medical device technology to bridge the gap between heart patients and cardiac specialists. We are saving time, critical time, and money for heart patients, and we are giving access to cardiac specialists to reach out to them and manage their hearts much better. CardioTrack is changing the heart healthcare landscape globally and very rapidly. We are raising $2 million to reach out to 2 million heart patients and to generate $10 million revenue by 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now that moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to reveal the winners of a 4-month-long race. 3 startups will be awarded under 3 different categories today. May I request Joel Reish, EVP, Products and Operations, NETAPP, to join me on stage to give away the first award. And this is for the category of the most innovative product. And the award goes to CardioTrack. We have Avin Agarwal with Mr. Roy, CEOs of CardioTrack. To give away the second category of awards, may I call on Mr. Anthony Lai, SVP and GM Cloud Data Services, on stage. And this is for the category of Best Growth Strategy Award. And this award, ladies and gentlemen, goes to First Hive for Best Growth Strategy. The final award, ladies and gentlemen, to give away the third category of award, may I call upon Mr. Anil Valluri, President, NETAPP India and SAARC, on stage. It's the Investors' Choice Award. Ladies and gentlemen, it goes to InstaSafe. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived to the end of this spectacular event. And I now call upon all the startups and leaders for a photo op.